Good morning. Yes, I am muted again. Never fails. I'll start again. We're on the harsh Russian map. This is a full map, as you can see here. We've been to quite a few places. At this time, we are on this part of the map here. Tell a lie, that's not where we are. We're over here. We've just got off the ferry and we're down in the southern part of the map. Of course, it's all Russian city and village names, and we're trying to head north. We've got 58 miles to go, which doesn't seem far if you've got your truck, but it is far in a 1-to-1 scale map. Good morning to Semi-Pro. This is going to be quite interesting, so stick with it. It's mostly going to be a fair chunk of it off-road, and we're going to a part of the map that I haven't been to, but we're going up a part of the map where I have been. Now, I've been across here because I know how to get here for a ferry, but this part we're going to is not quite as far, but it's into this area here, which again you cannot trust the map. It's very misleading, this map, but it's a fun map to drive. There will be a little bit of cheating in it because there's a village that we come to early on where the road is blocked and you can drive round it, but it just takes extra time. I know how to get round it, but I can't be bothered doing it. The road wants to go up that way. Now, we could go that way. We have to take a detour to get that way, and this is actually quite spectacular looking. It's mountain roads, tight windy bends. I've done it 100 times. I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to go up a section that I have done, but as I say, there's a big part of it I haven't done, so we're going to end up getting lost. We're going to end up probably getting confused, and let's have a little look at this truck, because this truck should be able to do the job. It's a MAZ Prototype truck that is not compatible with this version of the game, but you can make it compatible by editing the manifest file. It's set for 144, but I've got it set to 146. Now, we've got a heavy fuel tank, or whatever the hell it is we're pulling. It is a heavy fuel tank. The other downside is the truck is very heavy as well, because as you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 axles, and one thing to notice is that the front 3 are all steerable, and the back one is steerable as well. This map, you have to really drive in manual gears. You can use automatic on a fair bit of the map, but in this particular section, you will end up having to use the manual gears. Now, my gear stick on my wheel is worn out and it's not reliable. It will change the gears, but sometimes it jumps to 12th gear when you're going up a hill, and you don't want it to do that. You want to be able to have better control. So I've got keys configured on the keyboard to use it, so we're leaning across to use it now. Always with this map, you cannot trust the GPS. You have to read the road signs. Now, because I've driven this area of the map quite a bit, I've got a reasonable idea of where I'm going. Now, 58 miles does seem short, but this will take at least 2 hours, if not more, to get there, because you'll see we will run into problems. So I'm going to move the wheel across, and I'm going to get set. And the other problem is we're running out of daylight, because I think it's about 20 past 8 at night. Let me just get set. Just check the brake pedal.
Please proceed to the high level.
Now I'm going to use the manual gear stick at the moment. You'll see what happens. Sometimes I'm going to jump up to 12th gear. Yeah, the truck, it's you know, it's you can change this. It's got diff lock and everything on it. So now let's see if we can get the lights on. I'm trying to remember what button it is. Let's have a look outside. Yeah, we'll go full beam. Right, let's do it. This will be a laugh, because you know I always have disasters on these sort of trucks. But this map is the toughest map you're ever going to drive in Euro Truck. Believe me, it is the toughest map. Right, I've got the brakes on. Hang on, that's not a good start. We can get the bloody things to work. There we go. So I'm working manual gears at the moment with the gear stick, but like I said, you'll see that when I'm changing gears it suddenly will jump. Now it said turn left, ignore that. Again, the GPS gets confused. We go to the road end and then we turn left. Now the good thing about this part of the map is there's no traffic. There is traffic on the eastern side of the map. There's none here, he says confidently. So very quickly we'll be off-road. The one thing I have noticed is my gear stick tends to start acting up when I've been playing the game for a little while. I think it's when it heats up, or the gear stick gets warmed up, it misses the connection point and then it starts acting a bit weird. But you've got to have, excuse me, you've got to have quick gear changes when you're driving uphill in this thing, because the truck will die because it's so heavy. There's a lot of weight in it and a lot of weight in the trailer as well. Now I'm also trying to read the chat. Yeah, the force feedback's brilliant. Yeah, and that's probably what it does do. I think that's why it's, I mean, it's, you know, this wheel I've had for 15 years, I think. It feels like it. Pretty soon we're going to be going uphill, so I need to go to the manual controls in my keyboard to get the gears to go down quick. And the diff lock isn't on at the moment, because when I do have it on you'll get warnings to put it off, but I always leave it on. And pretty soon we'll end up putting it on. You can see it's right along the coast. And this road isn't bad. The road can and more than likely will get a lot worse than this, and then we'll have problems. So remember, 58 miles to go. So you just got to watch the speed. You know, suddenly we're going too fast and we'll catch a bump and it'll fling us off the road. Well, my answer to that, Slim, is I haven't a clue. I don't know enough about trucks. I just know you can drive them. So we're going through a little village, and like I said earlier, I don't know whether it was muted at the time, but we will come to a village, I think, where the road is blocked. There's a truck that has spilled all its logs. You can see it's a sort of a forestry area. Part of the map. There's a lot of trucking and logging going on. and the road will be blocked. Now I could take the little detour through the village. It just means twisting and turning through the back streets. That just takes up valuable time, so I'm just going to fly cam past that bit. I mean, I could drive through it, but it just adds too much unnecessary time to the trip. And as you can see, we are losing what daylight is left here, and that's the other peril about this map. If you're driving on an unfamiliar road on this map at night, out in the country where there's absolutely no lighting whatsoever, you could miss a hidden turn, and then you're completely lost. Now, the one thing I'm going to do is, because you can put fatigue simulation on. I've got it off at the moment. The reason I have done is because my driver is about to fall asleep, and I've been waiting to this at a time of night so that we can take a genuine rest and get through the night into the morning. So as soon as I get a chance to take a rest, I'm going to do that, and then we should be back to reasonable daylight for the rest of the trip. So this road here is sort of semi-paved, it's all patchy and bumpy, and on a lighter off-road truck, these bumps actually throw your truck into the air. This truck is so bloody heavy. It is, I mean, the only thing that's missing off this truck is tank tracks, because it's basically like a tank.
In 650 feet, turn right.
Right, well, we'll ignore that, because that's going to take us up the dead end route there if we turn right. We'll just keep going.
Turn right. Navigation resumed.
Right, see you later, Slim. I hope you can join us for the stream later on. I'll be Harry against Nick at 2 PM. If you can't join us, it'll be on YouTube. Now I'm running here just in 10th gear. I don't need to go to top gear, because we'd actually slow down with the weight of the truck and these bumps, so 10th gear is good enough at the moment. You don't want to be getting carried away and flying on this thing. Well, I would imagine Steve might try and be there tonight. He was obviously busy yesterday. He couldn't be there. Now, we just need to be careful as we're driving up here. See, it's getting a wee bit bumpier in certain places. And it's saying in the bottom right hand side of the screen, the very bottom of the GPS, it says 2 hours and whatever minutes left. Now that, believe me, can be a lot longer than 2 hours. We just need to slow down a bit there. Well, so far it hasn't jumped to 12th gear. That's why I'm avoiding going to 12th gear at the moment as well, because there's not really many spots on this particular trip that you could. There is on the right hand side of the map. We could certainly get to top gear there, but on this side it's nigh on impossible, and it's not even worth your while doing it. It would actually end up just killing your speed. Now we're coming to a steep section, I think. I could be wrong, but I think this gets pretty steep. We need to take it nice and gentle as well. And I need to get ready with the manual controls to get the gears down. There we go. And you need to watch how sharp you turn with this, because we're top heavy and this truck will tilt and fall over. But if you get the gears working right, we'll make it up any hill with this truck. Need to go down again and again. And again, I think. Now the front three axles, you can see they steer, the back one also steers. We won't change the gear. The engine thinks it wants to change gear, but we're coming to another little slope, so we'll just let it ride it out. Now again, don't get carried away with the speed because you'll get thrown off the road. Just take it nice and gentle. That's us back up to 10th, so we'll get the brakes going and just ease our way down here. And now into a bit of open country. So the only thing you're rest assured with this part of the map is you've got no oncoming traffic. So you're perfectly safe as far as that goes. Down a gear, and again got to watch these bumps because with these 6 axles we can easily just get catapulted into mid-air.
Navigation resumed.
So we've got the sun setting over the water. Now I think we've got a climb coming up again and somewhere along here. So you go a wee bit too fast, you're going to get flung onto the railway line on the right hand side. There's some benefit to having a heavy truck on this map. You know, it does keep you a little bit more grounded, but you know, it's an 800 horsepower engine, which you would think on most normal maps is more than enough. It's in fact, it's more than anything in the normal trucks in the game, but that's counteracted by the fact that the truck is so heavy, and we've also got a big heavy trailer we're pulling. So it's very much down to how well you control the gears to get this 800 horsepower to work best for you. Now, here's the bit I'm talking about. You can see the road is blocked. So for anybody who's never been on this map before, I'll just show you. There's a little turning to the right, which is, where the hell is it? Have we gone past it? That's it there. You go in there. So anybody that's not used to this map, they're going to get there, then they're going to think, right, what the hell do I do? So you know you have to look for a detour, so you've got to back the truck up. If you don't have the fly cam, and you don't have it in developer mode, then you can't do this, so you have to back the truck up. You have to then go in here, around all of this here, and round the corner, and up there, and round there, so this just takes time. So, because I've got fly cam activated, that would take us like 15 minutes to get through there. I ain't doing that. So, the easiest way to fix that is to do this. There's the way that you come out, so you just respawn the truck and off you go, and we go on with it. And I haven't changed the gears down, so there's the first mistake there. There we go. See, I knew that was coming, so that gets rid of that, and it just cuts valuable time. And off we go. Again, just minding the speed, not getting carried away. You can suddenly be going downhill and not realise it, and then the next thing you know you're doing 70 miles an hour bouncing into trees. Right, need to get the gears ready again. I think I'm using the left control and alt buttons as up down gears. We'll keep it at that one. We don't want to change anything here, or we'll just die on the hill. Now, you would always want to build up speed to get up the next climb, but because the road's so bumpy, again, you take big risk doing that. So straight down the gears again. What am I down to? Down to 4th. Surprised it's making it in 4th. Well, you know, like I say, it's got an 800 horsepower engine, but that engine's no use if you don't get the gears right with the weight of this truck. This is a big, heavy truck. I've done it plenty of times, you know, trying to learn the handling of this truck and getting stuck halfway up a hill. And you've got to watch out for the logs at the side of the road as well. You can see this is all just forestry tracks. There's no normal vehicles come along here, it's purely access roads for the forestry trucks. Now we need the brakes on again. Now, let me just try something here. Because it's, what time is it? Is it 6:39 at night or something? What's that time? Is that 8:30? I can't read that at the bottom of the screen. Right, 6:30, let me work that out. Or does it say 8:30? I'm sitting back at my wheel. What does it say at the bottom of the screen there? Right in the middle of the screen. Is that 6:30 or 8:30? Because I am having to lean over my wheel and I can't really read it. I think it looks as if it says 6:30. I thought it was 8:30. Anyway, let me have a quick look. I want to see if I can try something here. Now, up here is actually a resting place. It's in there, right? And how the hell are you meant to get into that with a truck? Let me have a look. Yeah, there is a resting place right in there. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's where they put it. Now see, you're actually supposed to drive in there, so the access is from here, right? So it's... No, I'm talking about the time in the game. Well, I need to get out of my chair. I've got to go over to read this damn thing so I know whether I can have... Yeah, it's only 6:40. That's not late enough. So we'll forget that idea for the time being. I want to use as much of the daylight as I can before I go in and take a rest and get us through to the morning. So we won't bother with that. Right, let's just carry on. What gear are we in? Right, off we go. I thought it was 8:30. Right, so we'll use as much of the daylight that we've got left because you do not want to drive this part of the map at night time. One thing I've noticed is that, you know, there's one texture that is missing on this map. It's on one of the tractors that you'll see around the map, and you'll know that the textures are missing because it's like, as you guys in the States call it, it looks like a checkerboard. It's pink and white checks because the actual texture of the vehicle is missing. I don't know why that's happened. It must be a bug. So here we go, get ready with the gear stick again, or well, the gear buttons in my case. Down a couple. Down again. Down to fourth. That seems to be the reliable one to get up some of these. And we'll keep it at that. And we've covered 11 miles so far. Onwards and upwards. Now trust me, this road can and more than likely will get a lot tougher than this. We'll head up to 10th gear, keep it at that, just keep dabbing the brakes. We don't want to build up too much speed. Because you can also, and I've done this as well with this truck, you can jackknife the truck because your trailer is so heavy, and as soon as you lock on the anchors, the next thing you know the trailer comes round the back, swipes you at the front. Now down a gear or two, just to get going again. The other thing also is we've got a 470 gallon fuel tank, so we don't need any fuel stops. We're perfectly okay. It's not like the normal game. I mean, you get through very little in fuel usage, because again it's the one-to-one scale part of it that catches you out. Now I think we're going to have to whip down the gears again. Down to fourth again. Now you've got to remember this version of this truck isn't made for this version of this map. The latest, well, there's a beta version out of the game itself, but we're in 1.46 at the moment. And this truck, when I found it on one of the websites, is only made for version 1.44. Which is like probably a year ago, but you can edit the manifest file for the mod, and it does work with the map. Right, now I think we're good to change up now, I think. And we'll just keep it at 10 again. Build up momentum as we head down, keep a dab with the brakes. We don't want to jackknife. Just keep checking the brake. That'll do it. And then down the gears again. Almost lost it there. Almost lost the momentum. Still going along the coast. Now, parts of this map are supposed to be driven around Lake Baikal in Russia, so I don't know whether that's meant to be the sea or whether it's meant to be Lake Baikal, but it's such a big lake that it would look like the ocean anyway. Right, we're almost there. Went up too high with the gears there, back down one. And that'll do us. we're just going too fast, then you hit some bumps and then disaster. And you just slow down. "44 miles to go." And you will come across obstacles like this that you have to obviously avoid. Abandoned vehicles and all sorts of crap lining the road. That's why it's just not advisable to get carried away and put the foot down, because the next thing you know there's some sort of trap been set for you and you'll walk straight into it. Now, there's a turning coming up here, and we just need to review, because the road is telling us,
50 feet, turn right.
see now we're on paved road for a little while, it's telling us to go right. Now, first thing to do is check the map, and see that is the route that we don't want to go. It's telling us to go that way, and we could go that way, but I want to go this way. Because this is, although I've been up that part, there's another unexplored section that we've got to cover. And I know that the road does get worse up here. So, we will turn left.
Turn right.
I can't remember whether there's traffic in this one, but I don't think there is now.
Navigation resumed.
But we won't be on asphalt for too long. That'll disappear fairly soon. Now, hang on a minute, let me try something. I want to do a little experiment here. Now, there's nothing here that tells you that this is a resting place, I don't think. Let me just reverse the truck and get the gears down far enough. Right, I'm going to detach the trailer and just try nursing up
Please proceed to the
next to this truck here and see whether it will give us a resting place, because very often they're hidden and you have to try and find them. Now let me just turn the camera just to try and ease up next to this guy, see what happens. It might or it might not work, find out. Now there it is there. Now I've got to make a decision, and the decision is that it is almost 5 to 7 at night now. 5 to 8, 5 to 9, 5 to 10, 5 to 11, 5 to midnight, 5 to 1, 5 to 2, 5 to 3. Now, an 8 hour or a 9 hour sleep, which is what this rest will be, will take us through to dawn. And it may well be still dark. I don't know, but we're about to find out. So what I'll do is I will first of all switch it to fatigue simulation. I've got it off at the moment. We'll put it on if I can get the button. That's it. And hit OK. And now, did I put it on? Right. It may not, and we'll find out how light it is, whether we'll get any or none at all. Yeah, it's pitch black. That's a fatal move. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Let me see if I can tweak something else here. Hang on. Gameplay. Sometimes you can do the 24-hour clock thing. It gives you some daylight. I think it depends on how this bloody map works. Let me just see if we can find it. I've got to get out of my chair to do it because I cannot see sitting back. Map alignment, that's fine. Best way. Show navigation, that's not what we want. Route advisor. Detours, rain probability, time zones disabled. Let's put the time zones on and see if that changes the daylight. Sometimes it does.
Navigation resumed.
That's not what we want. North lock, I want that flat. I shouldn't have hit the bloody reset button. Automatic parking. Oh shit. Why did I hit the default button? Right, we don't want the traffic offences because you're going to bump into trucks. We don't want the truck limit, we want the car limit. This is an unexpected cock-up. It's not even a driving mistake, it's a bloody hit the wrong button mistake. That's what happens when I'm sitting back in my chair trying to do things in this. Map alignment, show navigation, navigation mode best. Parking difficulty, skilled. Random road events, detours, rain probability. We'll leave that at that. Show cutscenes, invert mouse, transport type. Now that's sequential we want. Steering animation, truck stability, drive shaft torque. Let's put that up. Suspension stiffness, leave that as it is. Truck speed limiter, we don't want that on. Range sensor, we'll have that on. The automatic retarder, we'll put that on. We don't want the automatic engine brake. Blah 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 blah. Want that like that. Tolerance 0. Steering camera rotation, we want that on. Put that up to there, like that. This is just causing bloody delay doing this crap. We don't want blinker camera rotation, physical camera movement factor, put that up. We don't want interior camera locking factor, we don't want that. Regional presets, put that to UK. What else does it say? Right, this is all I think to do with multiplayer. We want imperial gallons. And I think that is as good to go. Right, now let's see whether we've got daylight or not. Yes, we have. Right, that's fixed that, changing the time zone, so we will go with that. And it's what, about 5 o'clock in the morning. That's perfect. So now we're in daylight. And rather than reverse to pick up the trailer, you can see the trailers there. I could reverse back and get it, but we'll just cheat again and spawn the truck, because when you spawn the truck, you spawn the trailer with you. If we can remember how to do it. Right. That's us. Now we're good to go.
Please proceed to the highlighted route.
What gear are we in? We'll go off in 2. Keep using the gear stick for the time being until it breaks down on me. Well, believe me, this is all the easy part of it. And no sooner have we had asphalt than we're back on the dirt. And again, we'll just keep it in 10th. Big tanker out there. Now, up until a week ago, this particular part of the map that I'm on, this particular route and road that I'm on, this was all unknown territory to me because I'd never driven it before. And that's why I'm telling you that it will get worse than this. I can guarantee that 100%. I mean, this is all easy, this stuff. And this is a good speed to keep it going for the time being. The road's not too bad. Well, it's not. I just read that there, Mr. Deanster. It's not actually a passenger, it's a hitchhiker. I've picked her up in one of the little Russian villages. Again, we'll get more obstacles on the road. So, what are we down to now? Oh, hang on a minute. Well, I think it said we were down to what, 47 miles. We're going back up to 50 by the looks of it at the moment. So we're going a slightly longer route. But the fun and games will start soon enough. I know what's to come for some of it, but for the rest of it I have no clue. So I'll be just winging it to try and finish this delivery. Uh-oh, yeah. A little bump there just to catch you out. I reckon this is about the fastest that we'll go on this trip. We're doing what, 44, 45 miles an hour. This is as fast as we'll ever do on this route. Back onto the asphalt for a little while. No, she's never said it once. She's been in here, she's been texting all the time. Not a word out of her. Right now. Now, where did I turn the last time? Did I turn there? Or was it further up? I think it was further up, wasn't it?
In 650 feet, turn right. Turn right.
Now, I'm just going to do a quick check of the map, because you can see obviously it's telling us to turn right, and we did turn right previously. But let me just have a look at this. Now, you see that takes you to a dead end, so you have to take the detour, you have to follow the route. And then go right once we get to this road end. Down the gears.
In 650 feet, turn right. Turn right.
Now again, it's telling us to go right. Let me check that. And that's where we ignore it. We don't go right, we carry on going that way. So that's what we'll do.
Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around. Navigation resumed.
And we just ignore the GPS now.
If possible, please turn around. Navigation resumed. 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 Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around. Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around. Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around.
Just got to keep an eye on the road ahead. Because again, I've only driven this once and I didn't memorise an awful lot of it.
Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around. Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around. Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. If possible,
You're driving
please
along
turn
here
around.
and you think you're doing fine and the road's as good as this, and then suddenly
Navigation resumed.
you run into trouble. Everything's going along just nice. You think you're only 40 odd miles from your destination.
Navigation resumed.
What possibly could go wrong? Just like Top Gear.
Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around.
Now anybody that's driving on this road where the GPS is telling you, please turn around, it's telling you for a reason. Because it doesn't think there's a navigable road up ahead, which is right enough.
If possible, please turn around.
If you were driving a normal vehicle. This is why you have to learn not to trust the GPS one way or another on this map as well, because it tells you loads of duff information.
Navigation resumed.
And it's designed to confuse you, this map,
If possible, please turn around.
where you then have to start using your initiative and reading any road signs that are handy and double checking the world map to make sure you've got your bearings.
Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around. Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around. Navigation resumed.
We're just going to keep it in 10th. That might give us enough momentum to get up this.
Please turn around. Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed.
But it's all about to change very soon.
If possible, please turn around. Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around. Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed.
We'll just freewheel.
If possible, please turn around. Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around. Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around.
Now,
Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around. Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around. Navigation resumed.
now I need to double check here because I think we go left. Let's just make sure. Yeah, we go left because the road is blocked here. And now it gets interesting. Oh, I must have put my wipers on by mistake there. Hang on a minute. Right, what gear are we in? 4th.
If possible, please turn around.
Right, now hang on, I'm going to put the diff lock on. Right. This is all the the part that you have to have patience, because you're going to get stuck one way or another. And you're going to get damage as well. We'll see if it will hold in fourth gear. Maybe not. Oh, it's away again.
If possible, please turn around.
And we should go back to the right here to get back onto that main track. I'm just trying to remember how far up it is.
Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around.
Now this is a decent speed to be driving at this, because it just means you're less likely to get damage.
Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around. Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around.
Now in a normal truck that comes with the game, you would definitely struggle to get through this without being stuck in the first place. I mean, we can still get stuck with this one.
Navigation resumed. If possible, please
Now we're
turn
going
around.
uphill. I wonder if we'll make it. Logs on the right hand side. Logs underneath us now.
Navigation resumed.
Let me just check. Do a quick check. Always good to know where you are and where you're going. Quick look in the fly cam. Now, if we look there, that's where we should have turned. Where that digger is, or whatever the hell it is that's sat there. And that would take us back onto that route. So this particular part of the route, I have never driven before. And it doesn't look good, I'm afraid. But it will eventually take us out there. Or have I driven this? I think I've driven right up here, to that point which takes you out. Well, here we go then. So now the road's thick with mud, it's flooded.
If possible, please
You've
turn
got
around.
abandoned vehicles and Christ knows what underneath. Logs and stumps and everything to catch you out. I did say we were going off-roading.
Navigation resumed.
This is a bit tight.
If possible, please turn around. Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around.
Well, that's us through the first part.
Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around.
And we've still got 53 miles to go. But that's because the GPS isn't functioning. It still thinks we've got 53 miles to go. It'll update soon enough.
If possible, please turn around.
Well, we'll get up to 11th gear.
Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around. Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around. Navigation
Now,
resumed.
hang on. I think we should have taken the
If
left turn
possible,
here.
please turn around.
Yeah. Now, this is really rough.
Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around. Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed.
Now there's what I was talking about earlier. You can see there's a digger there on the right hand side. It's throughout the map. Now that digger, for some reason the texture has been lost, and this is what happens in the game when textures are missing on a map. Not necessarily just in a vehicle. It might be the landscape, it might be mountains, and they all look like pink and white checkers. So whatever's happened to the texture I don't know, but that's why it looks like that. Meanwhile, let's just try and carry on.
Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn navigation resumed. Navigation resumed.
Now,
Navigation resumed.
Now that's telling us to turn right. Let's have a look, because we didn't turn right the last time. Let's have a look. Yeah, I don't like where that's going, because I think, see, that one does take us back across country if we turn right, and it does take us back onto our original route. But my idea for exploring is to go up the route I've been up before, and then go beyond that, which is up here. So this is all unexplored territory, and this might be a total dead end. So then we'll have to read the names of the villages, provided there are road signs. See, there's something in there. So the road doesn't necessarily go that route. We might have to end up going through a hidden road somewhere. So let's carry on.
Navigation resumed. Turn left.
I don't think it's worthwhile changing up gears here.
Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around. Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed.
I think we go this way.
If possible, please turn around.
Or do we? Let's have a look. I might have taken the wrong turn again. And there's we have taken the wrong turn. There's that digger again, so we're going right rather than left.
Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around. Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around. Navigation resumed.
Well, now the navigation has updated. It's found the route, and it's telling us we'll now only get what, 20? Is it 23 miles or 29 miles? Again, I can't read it properly.
Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around.
Now it's lost it again.
Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around. Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. If possible, please navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. If possible, please turn around. Navigation resumed.
Oh, big bump there.
Navigation resumed. If possible, navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed.
Well, that's one thing I've discovered, because I haven't been driving this truck long, but I'm discovering that fourth or fifth gear are pretty good for this sort of surface. It gives reasonable momentum. And now the GPS is updated again. I think that says 27. Now we've just got to slalom our way through these work vehicles that are here. Well, we could go this way. And we've got a bit of asphalt again. What a change this is. So the next point of interest is going past where the little ferry connection is. There's a ferry on the left hand side, and then beyond that was where I did a previous delivery, and that was as far north as I had got in this part of the route. It shouldn't be that far away. Well, it's looking good so far. We've come through this unscathed, but as I said, the road ahead is unknown. Once I get past the little fishing, sorry, not the ferry connection, once I get past that, I have not a clue where I'm going. I've got an idea where I'm going, but I have no clue how I'm going to end up getting there. And that's the fun part of this map. And it's not about being able to read Russian, it's just about recognising the characters on the traffic signs and matching them up with what you see in the map. Sometimes you just got to take a punt and go for it. But having the fly cam active allows you to cheat and look at the road ahead. Well, this looks pleasant enough, doesn't it? You've got the sunflower either side. Now there is a turn up here according to the GPS, but we need to just double check that. Or is there a turn, or is it just the road bends around? It must just bend around. But up there on the left, is that? No, maybe not. Now, let's just, again, just stop here to have a look at the map. Right, you see that road goes in there and that takes you, well, you probably can get to the ferry connection up there. That ferry's taking you somewhere you don't want to go. I think, let me have a look. Well, it might take us up there. Let's have a look. It looks as if it does. I mean, we could in theory get on the ferry and go up there, but do we really want to do that? I don't think so. But it's now telling us, the GPS has made its mind up. It's telling us to go this way. And as I say, this part we've not driven. This part we have driven. So this is all, this complete section here is all new to me. I've been as far north as that ferry connection here, and I've never been north beyond that. So let's go for it. To hell with it. Get the gears down again. And there goes the end of the asphalt again. Well, we're going to have to drop down a couple of gears, I think. Maybe down another one. So about, I think it was 2 days ago, I was up at this delivery point in this little village ahead, and that is it. And from here on in, I have no clue where we're going.
In 650 feet, turn left.
It's telling us to turn left.
Turn left.
Well, that seems good enough. Now, is that a bit of the map missing there, or is that water? Let's have a quick look. Oh, it is, it's water. Now there's the little ferry connection in there, just on the left hand side. And this is all unknown territory now. So this is where disasters were bound to happen. Never ever driven on this road before, and there's mountains up ahead which is a bit threatening looking. And something's telling me that we shouldn't be going this way. This might end up getting ugly very quickly. We leave the diff lock on all the time now. But the GPS I think doing its best to send us on the right route. It's not to be trusted though, and straight away, here we go. Right down the gears. We'll keep it in fourth. Yeah. I knew it was too good to be true. And some of these look deep potholes. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's trying its best to give us some damage as well. And this is why this last 20 odd miles could take an awful long time, because it could be 20 miles of this and we'll keep it in fourth. We won't touch the gearbox, we'll just let it ride it out. Now what the hell is this up ahead? Right, well we're going to have to take, oops, that almost threw us off. We're going to have to take evasive manoeuvres with this guy. You know, these are put here just to bloody well annoy you. Right. And you know what? I'm willing to bet. I'm going to stick my neck in the line and I'm going to say I bet you it gets worse than this. You know, just when you think it's bad, it gets nigh on impossible. If we end up getting through a forest road, and this is not a forest road, I'm talking about the trees all enclosed in around you. You can barely see the track, let alone where the hell you're going. Oh, we might be out at the... don't build your hopes up, that's what I've remembered. I've realised that in this map. Never build your hopes up. Well, we'll go through that unscathed, but I don't think it will last too long. But yeah, I have no clue what lies ahead, especially at the end of the trip as well. I've never been to this this location, so it's all new. Well, we're going to have to drop down the gears big time here. Down again. Just made it in time. We'll keep it at 3 because that's got us moving. And how far have we got left? 22 miles according to that. Oh, there! Look at that. That's spectacular. Big arch. We'll keep it in 10th. That truck just straightened itself up there. Again, it's great doing this in daylight. Night time makes it bloody scary. Oh no, right. The last 20 miles could be this. I knew it was too good to be true. Right, down the gears. And you see what I say about the forest closing in? Well, what gear are we in? We're in fourth, and immediately we're stuck. We are stuck. Let's go down a gear. So be prepared. This last 20 miles could be all like this. How do you go? Uh-oh, there's damage. Yeah. Big potholes. Right, I've gone up to fourth. But clearly the way this bit's designed, it's designed to damage the underside of the truck if you go too heavy. You're trying to keep momentum up to go over these big dips, but at the same time that's compromised with the fact that you're going to bump into one of them, it's going to sling you off the road and you're going to get more damage. Now remember I said earlier, it can get worse than this, and it still can get worse than this. These trees can end up being really tight. Well, we're all, I don't know what shape we are now, but it doesn't look pretty, does it? Look. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's tossing us from side to side. The wheels are trying to catch, but they're getting stuck in something. Now, what gear are we in? If we drop down a gear, see if that works. Well, we're down to first gear. There we go. Back up to fourth. The trees are coming in. It's threatening to go the way I thought it would go. And all of a sudden 20 odd miles seemed an awful long way to go. Uh-oh. Oh, well, we just made it in time past those logs there. What the hell have we got here? I mean, this is maybe a dead end, you know, and this is why you can get lost. I think we're on a dead end. All of that for nothing. Let's have a look. Oh no. No, it's not a dead end. The road, the road actually goes along the coast. You're clinging to the coast here. Oh, wait a minute. Does it stop there? I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. Well, it looked as if it was a dead end. Now I can't see what the hell I'm driving on now with the shadow of the cliff face, and I'm not sure whether to go inside here or whether to keep going this way. Well, like I said, it's unknown territory. Barge. I think we need more than a barge to get around this. We need water wings. And we're falling through the map. That's the danger. That's the danger of it. We're falling through the map. Let's see if we can spawn here.
Navigation resumed.
And we're threatening to fall through the map again. Yeah, this is not good. We're getting damage left, right and centre.
Navigation resumed.
Right, so clearly you've got a very limited range that you can go here without tipping into the ocean and effectively falling through the map. So we need to be ultra careful. Now what gear are we in? Stick with fourth and see if we can. See if we can get there. We've got to keep really tight to this cliff face. If we stray off the path, we're going to fall through the map again. Well, that route looks as if it's going that way. We'll stick with this. I think we can safely say we're at sea level. Oh, caught something there, probably a log. Right, back up to fourth, and then we'll go a little bit of right here and see if that'll get past it. That's threatened to drop us through again. I don't think we're going to make it here. Good morning to Lard. Well, this isn't VP4. We ain't going to make this. I think we're going to fall through the map again. We just need to see if we'll take hold. If we go to the right near the rocks, we'll probably fall through. Uh-oh. Yeah, there we go.
Navigation resumed.
We'll get there. We've only got up to that headland up there to get round the corner and then we should be okay, he says confidently. We've got to keep in these tracks, because that way you know you're on solid ground. I'm just desperate to get through this section. Can you imagine doing this at night? This is why you don't want to do this at night in this bloody map. You would have no bearings at all. You just totally get confused. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I thought we're threatening to go there. Right, now, that's telling us to follow that track. Follow that track. And of course they stuck a bloody truck there right in front of us now. We actually could have taken a resting place there, which is actually handy, because if it was night time when you got to there, you could take a rest and get yourself through to daylight, which is probably the reason he put that truck there. And you look at the GPS and you find out you've still got 20 odd miles to go. And we're through the map again. Where the hell are we? Right, so we need to go there.
Navigation resumed.
Oh yeah, definitely drowned. What's that up ahead? Is that a wee tugboat? Yeah, or a wee fishing boat, one of the two. Oh, we shouldn't have far to go now. Now, is this where we fell through a minute ago? Yes, it is. There we go again. That's where we should be going, that way.
Navigation resumed.
Now, hold on, hold on. Now, wait a minute, it's this way we go to stay on what there is of a track. Anything into the right there and we'd fall through the map again. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm so desperate to get out of this. Now, where the hell is it? It's still here. Right into the rock face. Not in that way. We need to stay out here. And I think we're through. Uh-oh. Maybe I spoke too soon. Now, is that a road sign up ahead? Let's have a look. And again, remember what I said about this map, that because you can't rely on a GPS, you then have to work with the road signs and a world map. So we'll stop here and we'll have a quick read at the sign, even though we can't read it. So it begins with what I call, let's say it says BOW, B-O-W, B-O-W-H-R, and so you go to the map, and well, that must be BOW there, although you can't see it. Yes, it is. There, it's there. It's highlighted in orange that we've discovered it. And you can see there's that ferry connection. In fact, that's why the ferry connection was put there. Remember, we went past that one there. And that's the reason he's put the ferry connection there, because if you want to drive up here, you're a mug like me, and you end up going right along that difficult bit in the coast. Now, had we just jumped into the ferry, we could have bypassed all that trouble, and it would have taken us right up to this village. But we've driven through all of that crap to get to here. So, say this again, all this part, no clue, and this part I do know it. This part up here I don't know, so we're going to have to read the road signs to find out how to get to here. So we've still got a long way to go, even though it's only 20 miles or so. But you would think that because that ferry link was there, that maybe if we got off the ferry at this part up ahead, that the road might be better. Because there's no point in having you bypass one section because it's crap and ending up in another section because it's even crapper now. There's a turning to the left there that we almost missed. The question is should we take it? Or should we carry on going along this thing here that looks... This is... this doesn't look good, does it? In fact, if we take that road there, I think it's just taking us through the village. Let's see where the hell's the truck? Where the hell are we? Right, so we're there. So let's assume we turn left and we went up this way. I think it's just going to take us to the same place we're at anyway, other than it's a slightly wider track through the village. There's that digger without the skin again. Yeah, we're ending up back to where we are now. There's another sign. Now, are we going to fit under that bridge? Yeah, that road that we're on brings us out to here anyway, so there's no point in driving through the village. But there's another sign, and that's CMN. Let's say that's CMN. Well, I don't even see that on the map. I don't see CMN at all. So I'm totally lost. Right, to hell with it, just let's go. I don't know whether we'll fit through this bridge. It doesn't look high enough. We'll find out in a minute. Right, now there it's discovered that BOW. Let's have another look at it. Have I completely lost my bearings altogether? And this is... where the hell's my truck? I'm assuming I'm on that road. I have no clue where I'm going now. So we're coming up to this little junction up ahead, and then we turn the right and see if we can get under this bridge. I think we're going to make it. Yeah. What the hell's that? This is the other thing I tend to do. I tend to get out the truck to... Oh, I think that's the name of the village. Some sort of wee... don't know what the hell it's meant to represent. Anyway. Now, it's nigh on impossible to see where we're supposed to be going here. Well, this fourth gear is definitely doing us some favours. You know, it's holding us together pretty well. You just have to trust that there's a track ahead, because you can't see shit. I think we've caught in that tree. Yeah, we're caught in a tree. We might have to reverse. Now. Right, I believe we're driving through the mountains now. I'll tell you one thing, you couldn't do this in a Scania or a Volvo normal truck. You're just never going to get through here. Uh-oh. Well, the truck needs repairs. I don't think it's any major disaster yet. Now there's another sign up ahead. What the hell does that say? Ben something. Let's get out and have a look. Right, so it's like, let's say it says Benby. Something like that. Aye, there it is. That's the name of it there. So that will highlight in a minute. And that's us up there, I think. So that will highlight in a second or two. Once we've gone into the village. Or it should do, it should pop up on the screen, centre of the screen. The other major problem we've got is that there could be another little side track that we should be taking up here. So you've got to keep an eye out. But you will always realise you've taken the wrong way when you end up at a dead end and you can't go any further forward. You can see we're now off the GPS. The GPS isn't functioning whatsoever. It's absolutely no good to us. And the road looks as if it's died here. But there is a bridge across. Now let's have a quick look. I wonder if there's another way, because this strongly suggests we shouldn't be going that way. But I don't see any other route that way. Let's have a look. No, we've got to try and go over here. And I'm just going to squeeze through no more. If we miss the tree, I think we might need to go down a gear, a couple of gears, see if it will kick in. Back up to fourth straight away. So, I think I put the wipers on by mistake again, or is it raining? I don't think it's raining, is it? Well, that's the least of our worries. Well, you wouldn't call that a village, would you? Uh-oh, this is not looking good. More damage. There's another sign up ahead. Oh no, it's not. I'm just imagining I'm seeing signs now. Let's see if we can drive in this part. Uh-oh. And we're falling through the map. Now I have no clue where we're going. And now we've got about 10% damage. We've got to use some of these logs as traction. And we're falling through the map again. And I don't think we've exactly spawned in the best place either. Something tells me we should be further to the left here. It's telling us we need a repair. And we've more damage. Down a couple of gears to try and get moving. That looks as if we might be rejoining the route ahead. It's probably false information though. I think we are stuck. Just got to give it time to see if it catches. The diff lock is on, so it should kick in eventually if we just keep turning, hopefully. But we don't want to turn off this track. I mean, we could just reverse, which we might have to end up doing. Now, yeah, we need repairs. The engine's cutting out now. Oh, this is a bugger, this part. It's just sending us round in a circle. We'll try inside. Well, how easy was that at the end of it? And we're falling through the map again. Too close to the edge of that road. Now I've lost my bearings, so we're going that way. Now there's usually plenty of options in this map to get your truck repaired. There's no sign of anything like that at the moment. But we need to get a fix done here.
Navigation resumed.
Now, is that not the same place we've just been? What did I say the name of it was? Ben something. No, that's different. No, that is where we've just been. Because we've just come over that bridge. We're going the wrong bloody way. Jesus, see how confused you get when you fall through the map? Where the hell are we going? That's where we were. I'm totally lost. Where the hell were we? We were there. That's where we were. And then we fell through the map and respawned in the wrong bloody direction. Jesus Christ. Oh God. And this is a disaster. The truck's getting all sorts of damage here. I will stay in third. Well, it is raining, the weather has closed in, and I have no clue what I'm doing. running into hidden logs and getting even more of a battering. We don't want to end up getting totally written off here, because then we'd have to send for a rescue vehicle. And we're definitely stuck. Well, we're going uphill, that's what's killed our momentum there. I think we can safely say we're stuck. And we ain't getting out of that. Or are we? Oh, look at this. Look. Now I don't know what way I've turned. But I think we are well and truly goosed. We've got 40 odd % damage. We are wrecked. Well and truly. And I don't know if that's the right direction or not. I've totally lost my bearings. And let's have a look. I think that's where we just came, isn't it? I think that's it. Aye, it is. That's where we just came. So we've done a complete flip. Right, so if we go up ahead, where the hell is this road going? I'm sure that's where we just came. So that's the wrong way. That's us there. We've ended up facing, as far as I can see, the wrong way, unless we're somehow going round in circles in this bloody forest. I can't see an obvious way out. Well, this, let's keep going and see what we can find here. So much for the good idea of it going up this undiscovered road. You can see it goes on and on. Where the hell does that go? We'll never make it because we're so badly damaged. There's the end. There's the way out. Well, we'd never get through that because the truck's just totally dead. Question is though, is where can we get it fixed? Yeah, this is the way out. Well, we're going to have to cheat our way out of that. Now there's a repair thing further back there. I think it's back that way. Did we go by it? Yes, we did. So we're going to have to spawn here. This is going to cost a fortune. Right. Well, the only good thing about that is we're now back onto the more familiar road until we get to the point where I don't know where we're going again. Well, that's a horrible road, that. A nightmare. That even a truck as big and heavy as this get totally gubbed.
In 650 feet, turn left. Turn left.
We've got 15 miles left to go. Just don't get carried away with the speed again. Level crossing. Right, we'll follow him. Uh-oh, that was too fast. I'm just going a wee bit too fast. I'm just stopping here to get a quick drink. Need a quick drink. Quick look at the map. So this is the familiar part I'm driving on. Suddenly, you know, well, I'm off the road, aren't I? That's why the GPS isn't working. Right, let's have a look. Right, so all of that is familiar up to that point, but then we have to take this left turn, which I've never done before. So this is again the unfamiliar part. We need to be careful when we get up to there. Now that repair that we had done to the truck cost us a lot more than we're actually getting paid for doing this delivery, believe it or not. The monetary system in this map is so poor, you get paid next to nothing. So you're always running at a loss. And there's that digger again without the textures. Well, I had to cheat my way out of that forestry part if you weren't watching, if you'd gone away, because I fell through the map about 4 or 5 times. Not only that, I incurred severe damage, so the truck wouldn't go anyway. And I wasn't all that far away from getting out of there. So now we've got 9 miles to go. And the other thing, of course, is you cannot trust a lot of these level crossings in this map. Some of them have barriers that don't operate, and they've got live trains on the line, and you're taking your life in your hands crossing them. This one obviously works. So, this section I've driven on before, the last section I haven't. So again, that could be a disaster, not knowing what's to come. We're just going to watch the speed on this bumpy section here. You can get caught out with some of the bends. Oh, oh.
In 650 feet, turn left.
Right, now we just need to verify that. And that is correct. So this, as I said, from here to there, I have no clue how we'll get there. It won't be probably as straightforward as it looks. I mean, following the red line is all very well in principle, but it's not. It doesn't work in practice in this map. Well, yeah, here's where the fun and games start again. We don't know what the road will be like. It might be good all the way. It might be a miracle. Or it might just deteriorate into a mud hole again. So this is all new territory. So we'll just have to take it easy because you just do not know what traps are laid for you. And this is not a good sign. So straight away, well, there's two signs, but the road surface isn't a good sign. Let's have a quick look. So straight ahead for Vauxhall or Apcobo. So there's that place, so we're going in the right direction. And there's Apcobo up there. So we'll just carry on. Get down the gears. So we've got 6 miles to go, and you're thinking, oh, I've only got 6 miles to go, it should be plain sailing. And it might well be, it might just be like this. But I'd be very surprised if it was. Now, quick stop, quick check, again just to verify where we're going. Right, so that is where we're going to, that big long name place there. I'm sure it is Arnecax or something like that, Arnecac. So let's have a look at the map. So there's where we're going, there. So it's confirming we go straight ahead. Right, let's get down the gears to get started. and it looks like almost immediately the road's going to deteriorate. Hang on a minute till I read that. I need to get out of my chair. Oh, stretch the legs while I'm at it. Let me read what you've just said there. Well, there's obviously traffic in this one. There might be abandoned vehicles to trap me as well. Something sticking in the road. This is why we just got to take it easy. You know, you get diggers and things at the side of the road, then just to catch you out. What the hell gear am I in? I'm in first gear. Now, do you know something? There are a number of locations you can have your bases or your garages in this map to start off the map. This possibly could be one of them. I think. Let me have a look around. I think there's a strong possibility that I've been here years ago in this map when I started at this point in the map. It's looking a little bit familiar in places. I'll still hedge my bets on it. Yeah, we jumped away out of gear there. That went too high. That's using the gear stick that's done that again. We got away with it though, but this is it is looking a bit familiar. I don't know. I'm still a bit confused. Now, I will recognise this route soon enough because I know that there is in heading this direction, I know that there is a point on the right hand side of the road where there are trees growing into the road and there's a digger hidden behind it, and if you're not careful you'll crash into it. That's what I remember from years ago. So I'm still not 100% certain that I'm on, I've been on this route before. But it is looking a bit familiar. See how there's bushes like that there growing into the road? There's one section further along, and I don't remember the crash barriers when there. I could be wrong about that as well. We'll soon find out. It will all unfold eventually. In fact, I'll soon tell you. The one way to find out is if I go to the map and I look over here, and it's difficult to see with all the signs. Hang on a minute, I'm coming out again to read that. Now, I'll tell you something. No, I'll tell you something. That there, see that there on the map, that's a garage that you can buy. And that's clearly one place on this map that I have started a career on before. That's why I'm now getting familiar with this part of the road. This is why this road is becoming very familiar. I think that I have started a base there years ago on this map when I had it in previous versions, and that's why the road is becoming familiar. That's why I had to check that there was actually a garage that you can buy here, and I'm pretty certain now that I've been this route before. This actually ends up being a town or a city, if I'm right in thinking. Yeah, I'm almost positive now. So that would mean that I've still to see this digger at the side of the road on the right hand side. I'll point it out to you if we come to it, because I'm now getting even more certain that it is. There's also a road turns off to the left where I've delivered stuff in the past. There, a windmill. That's nice. Have a wee look at that. Nice wee windmill. And that's the door into it. And you can get a burger, although they seem to be shut up shop, they're closed. And you can see we're holding up the traffic. What the hell's that he's towing? Alright. Right, so on we go. What gear are we in? Back down the gears. Now remember what I said, I'll point out to you this digger or whatever it is that's hidden behind the bushes. So that if you go too close to the inside you crash into it. Well, I mean, I swear, I mean, it's been at least 6 years since I've started in this part of the map, which is why it's a long time since I've been here, and then things just suddenly start becoming a little bit familiar. Oh, I'm glad I did this. Apart from the fact we got killed in the forest. I'm glad I've done this, because this is one route I have not been in a long time. And I think of how I used to struggle along this road with the standard truck. Now it's so much easier with this thing. Well, what the hell's he trying to do? Not going fast enough for him. Right, we don't want to go too fast here, we'll end up bouncing sky high if we're not already doing that. Two miles to go. Back down the gear. Now we need to get our bearings again. Right, so that's where we're going to. Quick look at the map, and we are somewhere in there. Although I haven't found that digger. Now this road should bend around quite sharp on itself, I think. If we're coming to the town or the city. Yeah, here's a sharp turn I was talking about. Well, that's true. I mean, some parts of the map have been changed very slightly. Some road surfaces have been changed, and but I'm pretty certain I've been here before now. I mean, I haven't been to it in this version of the map, but I'm pretty certain I've been here before. Now I can't see where we're dropping this off yet. Yeah, and there's the bridge. I remember going over that. Yeah, I remember going over that. That's going over the bridge gets you out of the city, if I remember. And there's our destination up there, away around to the left. And here we are into the town or the city, whatever you want to call it.
In 650 feet, turn left.
Well, we'll have to trust the GPS. What the hell's that there? Oh, hang on a minute, I'm just too nosy, I need to find out what's that. What the hell is that? It's like a... Well, obviously that's for filling trucks, I presume. And... I wonder if there's any jobs going in here in terms of deliveries. Don't see anything to pick up. Right, we're on the wrong side of the road. Is that what it is? Do you think it's sawdust? I thought it was grit. Mind you, it's got to be sawdust considering all the logs that was in the place. I think you might be right. Right, well, it looks like we, well, for a minute it looks like we turn into the right. No, now it looks as if we turn into the left. In fact...
You have arrived at your destination.
Right, so now I think we've got a problem. There it's there. That's where we're going. Let's go further up and have a look round about here. See, the road dies there because you don't get any further up in this part of the map. Right, there's a garage to get repaired, and that's not one that you can buy. That's just purely for repairs. But there is a garage around here that you can buy. Right, anyway. Right, let's see how long it takes me to get this thing parked. Is that a... Oh, it is a gate. I think I'm actually going to crash into it. And this AI driver's not going to give me any room whatsoever. He's going to try and squeeze past. That will do. Right, I'm just going to move the seat out of the way. Not the seat, the steering wheel. Now, you'll see how much we get paid for this delivery, and it is not a lot. We spent a lot more getting the truck fixed than we've ever made from this delivery. No, not good money at all. See, we only used 29 gallons of fuel, and we got 14,000. And we spent a lot more in fixing the damn truck. So, on the map, we got a ferry and headed south to here, and then we drove all the way up here, tried to go through the forest route, eventually got wrecked and had to bail out, and then we finished it up by getting to here, which, as I say, has been a long time since I've been here, but I'm going to probably buy that garage so I've got another location that I could start in. Anyway, I don't know how long that was. How long was that trip? A couple hours. How many minutes is that? 230 odd or something. It takes a long while to drive in a lot of this map. So that is it. I'm off for lunch and I'm going to catch a bit of the snooker. It's not a small map at all. It's not small. Here will give you an idea. Wait, I'll show you something. I'm just going to show you something to give you an idea of what we're talking about, right? And this will show you that this isn't a small map. I'm going to put a marker there, right? Now, that marker there, from where we were, right? And you have to take various ferry connections in order to get to that point there, right? To get to that point there. If you look there, you'll see that's like, what, is it 2,500 miles? No, it's 3,500 miles. Now, a big chunk of that is ferries, but a big chunk of it's also driving on these roads. Now, if you look at that road there from there down to there is at least 400 or 500 miles of real driving. This is the oldest part of the map in here. And there's all these little hidden roads, there's mountain roads, there's all sorts of weird stuff goes on. All of this part of the map, all of that there, that is all ice road. That's all in the winter section of the map. All of that northern part, all along there, is all the winter section, and that's a horrible place to drive. That's worse than what we've done today, believe me. And you'll fall through the ice. I went along this route at one time years ago, and eventually I just gave up. So I've never ever been to this part of the map because it's so bloody difficult to get to. And then you've got the trip down to Kamchatka. Now there's a good trip. It'd be good to get a delivery from there to go north, because that's then got the big mountains to go over with all the switchbacks on it, and then you end up going along the mountain cliff in the truck, and then you end up crossing fields where there's absolutely no road at all. That is a weird section of the map, and that is tough. So there's a lot of really challenging routes on it. You can see I've never been to this section. I've teleported to that section. But yes, it's the biggest one-to-one scale map you can get in the game. And of course you can't buy it because it's a Russian guy that makes it. And I spoke to him the other week there on Skype, using Google Translate, and of course because of the sanctions you can't buy the map off them anyway, so this is a bootleg version that's on some of the websites, and you can download it. And it's not quite as simple to get up and running either. You have to disable some of the DLC. I only ever disable one of the DLC going east, and then you also have to choose the SSRS module. So it's not quite as simple to get up and running. But that is the Harsh Russian map for version 1.46. We're about to change to 1.47, and that is us done for the day. So thanks for watching. It's definitely food time and a bit of snooker, and I'll see you again soon.